For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 22 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be showing off the #1 coin making method in this game. Now this method is honestly pretty timeless. I would expect that it's probably going to work basically throughout the entire year, so no matter when you're watching this video, simply follow the steps I'm going to show you and you can make fast and easy coins. Now, I just want to say that if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, we are going to be dropping a ton of coin making methods, a ton of Madden Ultimate Team tips, so hit that red sub button and I guarantee you're going to be making more coins and you're going to end up with a better MUT team. And if that wasn't convincing enough, no big deal. My boy MMG had me in his video yesterday. That was actually pretty random, but that was pretty cool. Alright, so without further ado, let's get straight into this video. What we're going to be doing in today's video is going on over to our sets, going on over to our team affinity sets, and focusing on these team builder sets. Now, these team builder sets in here have been making me about 10,000 coins a pop. I've probably made about 300k off of these sets so far in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get into how I did that and the steps you guys can follow to do this at home easily. Now, firstly, I just want to describe how these sets work. Essentially, every single team in Madden Ultimate Team has a team builder set, and once you guys do the set, you can either select an offensive or a defensive player for that team. Now, additionally, the requirements to do these sets are the same for every single squad. You need 3 75 to 79s and 3 80 to 82 overall elites. So when it comes to these sets, my favorite thing to do is I like to work backwards. The first thing I like to do is I like to take a look and try and find some of the expensive 84s. Then I'll work backwards and I'll see how much I can do the set for and find my profit margin. So like I said, we're going to work backwards. Let's go into the auction block, and step number 1, we're checking the prices of our 84s. Now, when it comes to these 84s, all I'm really looking to do is I want to try and find a card that's selling for around 40k to like 44k. If we find a player selling for that price, we have the green light, we can move to step 2. So what I like to do is I'll quickly check some of the popular positions. I'll check wide receiver. There's usually some good cards in here. As you guys can see, Deshaun Jackson is going to be selling for 46k. So that's actually a really good price point right there. We'll also check tight end. As you can see, OJ Howard up for 44k. That's going to be awesome. I also like to check cornerback, and I will check the right end position to check Quiddy Payne. Fabian Moreau selling for 43k. That's pretty solid. And then right end right here, as you guys will see, Quiddy Pay, he is selling for a price of 43k. So right now it looks like we're getting that price of around 44 to 46k. Okay, now step number 2, we're going to kind of project right here how much the set's going to cost us, which is going to ensure that no matter when you watch this video and no matter when you want to do this method, you're still going to be making coins. So what I typically like to do is I'll filter it down by 80 to 81, then we'll filter it down by some of these specific positions that we see that are up for cheap. Obviously, we're not seeing all the newest cards right here, and this is kind of just getting a price gauge at this point in the method. We'll go down by punter, we'll go down by corner, and we'll go down by kicker right here to kind of try and get a gauge of how much these 80 to 81s are selling for. So going down by punter, it looks like these cards are up for 11k. If we go down by kicker, I would assume we're probably going to see a fairly similar number, and right now it looks like these cards, they're selling for around 11k. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually subtracting 2,000 coins off of that number, and that's kind of like our target sniping point. So from 11,000 coins, we subtract 2k, the price goes down to about 9,000 coins, and that's kind of going to be our target sniping point in this video. And then we're going to quickly look at our 75 to 79s. All I do is I go down by the position wide receiver or the position cornerback. Those are the two that you guys want to check, and we're just going to quickly see how much the cheapest card is going for, and we're just going to run with that number in our projection. Now, I would strongly recommend that you guys do these projections before you end up buying any of your cards. This is just going to ensure that no matter when you do this method, you're going to be making coins. And now what we have to do is we have to go ahead and we have to start sniping these cards. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the elites because they're definitely harder to get, and my favorite thing to do is I'll go down by all offense and all defense, and then whatever I see right here as the positions of the cheapest cards, will filter it down by that. Now, the reason why I say you have to filter it down a little bit more is because when you go by newest, you are not seeing the newest cards on all offense or all defense. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go by corner, I'm going to go by free safety, and we're going to go by middle linebacker, and then we're going to switch it over to offense and repeat the exact same process. Now remember, 9k, that's our target price. 9.3, it'll play for the Kyle Fuller. I don't mind spending a little bit more or a little bit less than 9k, because typically what's going to happen is it's typically going to average out, and then in the long run, you're going to end up getting around 33k each time you do the set. Now again, using those positions that we had mentioned before, we're going to check left end. We're going to see if there's any cards up for cheap. Jeffrey Simmons, a little bit out of the price range right there. And then what we do once we've gone through those positions is we switch it over to offense. On offense, as you guys will see, the positions that we're seeing right here are QB, wide receiver, left tackle, and a left guard. So we filter it down by those positions, and all we're doing is we're looking for snipes at a price of around 9k, left tackle right here up for 11. We'll take a look at left guard, and you guys can be patient when you're doing this. No need to buy a card at 10k. Go through and find your snipes whenever you end up finding them. Joe Tooney were a little bit too slow. That was definitely a mistake by me. And what I like to do when I'm going through these sniping filters is I personally don't like to just sit on one filter. Like, I'm not just gonna refresh and sit on the left guard filter. What I like to do is I like to be relatively active. I'll go back to all defense. We'll take a look at whatever the cheapest positions are, and we'll filter it down and go again. So free safety and right outside linebacker, I haven't even checked those quite yet, and we'll go to those. All we're doing right here is we're finding our cheap positions, and then we're filtering it down by that. Now, if you guys are in a little bit of a rut and you're not finding any snipes, what I'd recommend you guys do is just switch on over to the gold filter and pick up your gold cards, and then come back and get some of your elites later. That's something you guys can do if you're in a little bit of a rut and you're not finding all that many snipes. As you can see, a card up for 10k. The players are definitely close to the price point that we want. All it comes down to is just being patient and finding your prices at the price point that we mentioned before. Kicker and punter, sometimes worth a check. I don't really check them all that often. I will give them a little bit of a browse sometimes. As you can see, punter, I'm up for a price of around 10.8. Kicker is usually a little bit more spotty and hard to find the cards up for because there's not a ton of 80 overalls that are selling at that good deal. And all we're doing is we're repeating this process until we have 3 elites. Okay, so there we go. I decided to get 6 snipes. We're going to do the set twice because why not? The more times you do it, the more coins you are going to be making. And now what we have to do is we have to start getting some of our 75 to 79s. Now, like I said before, this is definitely the easy part of the method. All you guys want to do is go by quality 75 to 79, program core gold. And like I showed you guys before, we are going to go by position. So we will go by halfback, we will go by kicker, we'll go by left guard and right guard. And there is not too much competition when you guys are doing this. You're going to find the cards up for under 2k. The majority of the time you're doing it, you can buy it 2k, you can buy it under. It really just depends how picky you guys want to be. I'll quickly check some other filters just to show you guys that there are so many cards that you guys can get, and so many cards you can get at a good deal. Again, it's up to you as to how picky you want to be. I'm just trying to find someone under 2k for the video. If I wasn't recording, I'd probably just take these at 2k because honestly, it's not that big of a deal. This is just like 100 or 200 coins that we're really nitpicking between right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ahead and we're going to get these cards at 2,000 coins. I will see you guys once I do that, and then we will start knocking out these sets. Now, before we do these sets, this is one of the most important parts of the method. What you guys want to do is you want to figure out who are the most expensive 84 overall team builders. So to do that, all we're going to do is we're filtering it down by the program team builders, and you guys are going to flip between wide receiver, tight end, corner, and right end. And when we go on these positions, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a card like Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson at 49k, that is perfect right there. I don't know if we'll find someone selling for more. On the tight end filter, the card that you're looking for is OJ Howard. On the cornerback filter, the card that you're looking for is you're going to be looking for Fabian Moreau. And then on the right end filter, you are looking for Kwity Paye, and whichever one of those 4 cards is the most expensive, that is the one you guys do. So as you guys will see, it looks like right now Deshaun Jackson is the most. We're going to do that set twice, and we are going to make a lot of coins because right now that card is actually selling for a pretty penny. So yeah, in the bottom left corner, you guys will see my spend at this point in the video. Now all we're doing is we're going to Team Affinity. We're going to Team Builders 1. We are going to scroll on down to the Rams. That is the team that Deshaun Jackson is on, and we are going to do this set 2 times. Each time we do this, I think we can sell off the card for around 49k. We'll probably put however much that is after tax in the bottom left corner. I can't do that math in my head. It's probably around like 45k though after tax, so that is going to be really solid right there, boys. And we're doing this set twice. When you open this pack up, you guys need to make the proper selection. That's going to be very important right there. And by going through the auction block and seeing which card is more expensive, we know who we're going to pick, and we know how much we're going to sell them for, and we know we can make about 15k of profit each time we do this. So yeah, that's basically gonna do it for me, boys. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Really easy coin making method. All you guys do is you firstly check prices, and then you predict how much you think you can snipe the cards for. Then you actually go and snipe the cards at that price, and then complete the set and make the profit once you know which card is gonna sell for the most. So yeah, that's really gonna do it for me. And until next time, boys, I am out. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.